So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Once we get connected with the other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information for ourselves to develop a very good, very clear, solid foundation for our spiritual practice. So when it comes to our meditation, it is very important for yourself to know the technique very well, and at the same time, when you come to practice, let go that technique and go deeper with your moment of experience. So that is where you can become matured with the practice. If you hold it to the technique, so then by the time you become a debtor to the technique. So that's why the understanding about the practice will help you to let go the technique. So for that, you have to develop the practice. It is not just by learning, by listening, but accumulating informations. It will give deeper, solid, clear understanding when you start to practice. So then every day you have to keep continue your practice, even though it's in a certain level that your experience going to different, and some days it's going to be feel good and some days it's not that much. And so it is okay, but still keep doing yourself, keep practice yourself, build up a self-discipline with the practice. And sometimes we like to learn new things, but rather than looking for new things, it's nothing wrong that you learn new things, but you have to remember, sometimes you have to take time to brush up and clean, sharp that what you know. So as example, the technique. Some days, rather than practicing the other thing else that you are sitting, when it comes to keeping your back straight, neck head straight in one line, some days you practice only sitting. You sharp your sitting, unmovable posture. And some other days, you just keep practice the very basic of the technique. As example, the recognizing the sensation. Even you don't go to categorize it as an inhalation or exhalation. And some days you take time to go deeper. So like that, your mind not going to be the same every day, but you understand it, the very behavior, the very nature of the mind, and at the same time you get the help out of it. Because when some days you feel so comfortable, and when some days you feel more sharp and clear, that day you go deeper. So to recognize that, you have to see the very nature of the mind and understand itself, how the behavior of the mind according to the day that you practice. So that itself give a kind of like being mindful regarding your own mind. So that is a different way of understanding. We can understand the things from the outside world with the informations. But when it comes to observing ourselves and recognizing our own mind, it's not that much easy in the beginning. So, but it is possible to get into that level. Step by step you have to develop. So that's why through these meditation sessions, we try to open different windows and bringing different way of interpretations and understanding some basic information, how we can maximize and develop our practice and the benefits out of the practice. So like that. Another thing you have to understand, according to nowadays, we have so much pre-information regarding meditation and even the Buddhism. So day by day, the very spectrum of the teachings of the Buddha become expand, and we see in many different ways. So then you have to be very sharp and clear to recognize what you want out of the practice and what kind of teachings that you look into. So if you look for the meditation, and there are many meditation things, and so then little by little, overall, you develop the understanding regarding meditation, but in the beginning, you should know what kind of techniques and what kind of discipline you have to develop out of your own meditation practice. Otherwise, it's become just part of a studying. Maybe when it comes to study or the academical level, there are so many informations. Maybe you have no enough time to go with that all. So then be sharp yourself and look into yourself and see what you really want out of this and what you gain out of this and how you practice. And observe yourself and observe your practice. Observe your mind and see how you develop this path yourself. Because if you are capable to see that way, so by the time what we'll see, you are capable to recognize that certain things that we still hold it to, it's not necessary, even in meditation. But that doesn't mean it is not good. It is okay. So as example, when it comes to trees, just imagine some weed trees, maybe in another country, it is not that much value. But when it comes to here, maybe it is it's a kind of like a beautiful plant. So like that, whatever the things that we keep practice or we hold it, maybe in some place it is not necessary, but for another place it is okay. So your thoughts the same. Maybe that whatever the thoughts that happening in you now and your life experience, the things that you go through, maybe you think, oh, this is not important for me, this is not worth for me, or kind of like, maybe within another few weeks, few months, you will recognize. And that was so important for you to transform yourself to that understanding. So it's kind of like that, seeing yourself and not to resist that what you go through, but at the same time not to hold it to what you go through is very necessary. So we have to understand this. We all are part of kind of like a river. So when it comes to the river, it's not one part of the river, the water going to become so important. But the very behavior, the very nature, the very flow of the water going to be not the same in each and every place sometimes. When the river starts, maybe the water is not that much clean and that much not strong maybe. And by the time, maybe there are more dirt and there are some places very clean. So like that, but it's still this whole part of the river. So like that, when you practice meditation, you have to remember that everything part of your journey. Keep it as a part of your journey. So then your wisdom going to become more sharp and clear. Remember that whatever the wisdom you develop, that wisdom means the clarity that you develop in you needs to use to see the wisdom. So what does that mean? Because sometimes that when our mind becomes sharp, our wisdom, we used to see the ignorance of others. So that doesn't work. When you become wiser, and sometimes you use that your wisdom to see others' mistakes, so that doesn't work. You become wiser when you use your wisdom to see the others' wisdom, because each and everyone have some kind of wisdom within them. Each and every situation and the incident has its own some kind of light there. It's not 100% totally dark, each and everything. But if you become wise, you have to use your wisdom to see that maybe it is a very little. Maybe it is 1%. In the 99% dark, and in the 1% there is some light. So you have to be wise to see that light with, not to see that overall that the darkness. So that's how you have to use your clarity. So then when it comes to your own life, your own thoughts, always remember that whatever the thoughts you go through, take it as a part of your practice. So that way you feel more comfortable. And that way you feel more friendly with the situation. So out of that, there's no resistance. And then it make you more calm, relaxed person while you practice. So this calmness or the comfort it's not from this place you gain somewhere. No, it is in this very moment that you have to experience it. So otherwise, being busy thinking about calmness, you're never going to gain it somewhere. So in this very moment, that what you experience will transform you to the next level. So then the wisdom the same. It is not you come one day, you're going to hit the wisdom. No, it's a transformation. It's a journey that you go through. So then you have to take this moment, that whatever that you experience as a part of it. So when you practice meditation, rather than looking or dreaming or thinking to go from this place to that place, if you are capable to gain this moment as a part of your process, it's deeply going to change your point of view regarding your practice. It is not only about the practice. In day-to-day life, you start to change your point of view regarding that all other things and other people around you. So in that way, yourself, you start to build up a kind of like a journey and become very clear, sharp within yourself, within the experience, moment by moment. So when it comes to that, that will help to slowly have the dispassion regarding your own idea of the self, or the idea of self-centered mind or the soul. So that dispassion is very necessary, because sometimes with the ideas we hold, we develop a passion. So what will happen out of that? It will build up the desires, hopes, dreams, and what come next? So when you have so much desires, so much passion in you, and by the time your life become very, very busy, and at the same time, your desires become more, your needs become more, by times become very limited. Your opportunities become very limited, and out of that, what will happen? You get disappointed. So that disappointment itself will start to take you to another level. That what happened inside, you become lazy. That laziness can bring the jealousy, hatred, anger, so that kind of things. So then gaining this passion, withdrawing the self idea about the self-centered mind, oh, I am, or the hold it to the self-centered ideas, is kind of like a method that you have to gain by practicing and seeing how your own thoughts change. Because by thinking, you can't do that. So that's why tranquility meditation will help you to tranquilize the mind and have an undisturbed mind. And out of that, what will happen? You start to see how the thoughts change moment by moment, moment by moment. So once you see how the thoughts change, you're not going to hold it to thoughts, but still you recognize the roots of the thoughts. So then once you see the roots of the thoughts, you start to work with that. There are reasons within you. These thoughts happen, even though thoughts not you. Thoughts happen, thoughts disappear. But when the anxiety, depression, that when your needs not going to work, when whatever you look for doesn't work, your thoughts not going to get hurt, but still your heart going to get hurt. So what does that mean then? Then sometimes it is beyond your thoughts. There is something, hold it to you. So then you have to have the deeper, clear, sharp vision to see that. Because if you don't see that, if you just hold it to the thoughts, that's not enough for you to get out of this trap. Because that trap always happening with the deeper desire come behind the thoughts. So that's why out of the vipassana level or the critical analytical mind, the method or the observing and recognizing how things come to be as they are will help you to remove or the uproot the deeper reasons hold within you. So for that, you have to have very clear mind. So without that clear mind, by thoughts, you can't uproot that. It's a different kind of science. It's a different kind of method. So that's why step by step, we go through this process, and then yourself, you have to develop the awareness, and out of that awareness, you see how your mind works. So for that, we take our own sensation, not our imagination. So that is important. So then when you practice, you have to remember. When you observe, you have to remember. To see, is that your imagination or is that your reality? Are you really experience the sensation, or it's the reflection of the mind or the thoughts? So recognizing that and separating these two things will help you to go deeper. So otherwise, sometimes we caught up in our imagination, it looked like our reality, but it is not like that. So that's why to get into that level and separate your imagination from your reality, you have to have a very sharp and clear mind, and you have to have ability to take conscious decisions. Otherwise, you can't. So developing this ability to take conscious decisions, that's why you need the awareness. That is the tool that you have to develop. So when you are capable to take these conscious decisions, so by the time in day-to-day life, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, so whatever the perception perceive, so out of that perception, when you develop your reactions, in that very moment, you are capable to get the very conscious decisions regarding that all the moment of experience, step by step. And by the time, then you develop the clarity in you, and you totally gain the ability to handle any situation inside you. So once you have that ability, you become free from this outside comparison. You are become free from this outside the desires. So that freedom, you are the one who gaining that freedom, and you are the one who experiencing that freedom, and if you are the one who take it by very conscious decision, then you know in this world, beyond your conscious decision, there is no something higher than that. So it's a process. But if you don't have any practice, or if you don't see how the mind works, or if you don't see how to take a conscious decision, maybe you can go with anything, that whatever in front of you, and maybe you start to become a follower or the believer regarding anything. But when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, and go inward and seeing this, and build up this ability within yourself, is the path for your liberation. So it is within you, it is inside you. So by the time with your own effort, you bring it up. So once you are capable to see yourself and take the very conscious decisions inside you, and that's the day you feel more relaxed and comfortable regarding yourself. That is what we need. Because more than any other thing, we are so uncomfortable regarding ourselves. We more than any other things, we don't trust ourselves. More than any other things, we are not capable to settle down with us. But when the day comes for you to settle down within yourself, and it brings the total completion to yourself, satisfaction to yourself, contentment to yourself, to being in the moment without jumping or going here and there. And that is where you end up your monkey mind. Otherwise, we always look for something, hold something, go towards something, imagine something. So it's not going to end. So this is the moment you have ability to see it within yourself, and this is the moment you can end your inner desire within your own mind. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatacha sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang otu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.